In 2013, I was out. I was in one of the farmers' outing place in Katutura. We call it Evening Street. Anybody with an idea? All right, I was in Evening Street chilling, and a friend of mine happened to experience a headache. I have to take him to the hospital, Katutura State Hospital. Now, when we get to the hospital was very, very full, and I started to get bored, and I started reading around the pamphlets on the walls, and the time was I was not getting there. So what happened is, I decided to do something. I decided to visit the testing site, just to kill time. That was the purpose. And then when I got there, I went through the process, got cancelled, and I went through the test, and then I wait for my result, and boom, it came out positive, just like that. On that day when I got tested, I did not communicate this news to anybody. And then on the 8 days, this is when I started, the pressure started becoming too much, and then I just thought of speaking to somebody. Now the question was, who must I talk to? Who's this trustworthy person that I must talk to? And then my mom came in my mind, and then I called her. She was very, very comforting, and she did give me all the support I needed. And then I called my dad on the same day. Was very, very supportive as well. And then I called my brother who was in China by the time. So I decided, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. Why can't I just write one big message, and send it to everybody at the same time? Because there's no way now. I already told about 7 people. This news is going to hit the street anytime soon. And then I might be, victimized. I was scared. And then I thought, let me be the one to put my story out there. And then the same message I sent to all the family members who are in my contact. And then I also put it on Facebook. It took me about 3 hours to compose that good message, so that it answered all the basic questions. I was not ready to answer questions like how, what happened, but still people were just asking, So the stigma I experienced were 2 types. One was the self-stigma. I was stigmatizing myself more after now I disclosed to the public. Because what happened is, let me say we're in the house, and I just hear 2 of my cousins or 1 of my brothers laughing on the other side. I was already telling myself, okay, these guys are talking about me. All right. Now, the other stigma was the one that was coming from the community. This was real also. You understand? And this is most the harsh one also that I had to overcome with time. Let's say we are seated here. All right. And then you perhaps don't know that I'm HIV positive. And then we start in the group, somebody bring up a topic, and then you start talking about somebody who's positive, and you are talking in the negative way. Do you understand? This is getting to me. They say, in English they say, this one is dead already. When that such topic come up, I always try to defend the person they are referring to. You understand? And then give my own example, and then everybody just go in shock and keep quiet. And then they started getting used to it. I started now becoming a full-time activist, and then I started promoting now testing treatment and all that. So what happened is, when I go out, I always carry my medication. If none come and I'm not at home, maybe I'm still out with my friends. I just, wherever I'm seated, it doesn't matter where, I don't go to the toilet, I just ask for some water, and then I take out my pill, and then I take it. At first, people were not used to it. They were like, oh, you don't do such thing, you don't do that, you can't do that. People are not supposed to know, until they started getting used to it. Dating when you're positive is the most difficult thing you can ever experience. First of all, as a public figure, or as somebody that is known by everybody that is living with HIV, you are no longer free to date a person that you didn't want, because that person might be stayed busy with you. So, but what happened is people, our community don't really understand that you can date a person though she's negative and I'm positive, and she can still be protected.